knowing me. Got something really special for you, ladies and gentlemen, today. Really special. Really special. You're going to like today. We're live on YouTube. We're going to go live on Facebook. You ready? You ready? It's going to be good. Let me know when I'm live on, hit me when I'm live on Facebook. Ladies and gentlemen, Adobe analysis, Fedex analysis, CHWY analysis, 3 stocks that reported earnings, and guess what? I'm sick and tired of all of it. I am Mark Melnick. This is the Newsbeat Show. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Newsbeat Show. I'm going to give you earnings analysis on 3 names that reported today: Fedex, Adobe, and CHWY, who makes your favorite pets treats. Not only that, I'm going to give you how to avoid overtrading choppy markets. How many of you want to learn how to actually avoid overtrading choppy markets? How many of you guys want to identify if you are actually somebody who is not just taking a bunch of smart trades, but maybe you're overtrading choppy markets? And what if I told you there was a play today in which I did, which I make money about 100% of the time, and we knocked it out of the park, and you could be part of it, and it's only exclusively offered in one place? What if I told you we're going to share all of this with you? But first, by watching this video, you, listener, on your app or whatever device you're watching this on, are agreeing to hold me, Mark Melnick, and T3 Live harmless and not responsible for anything. If you do not agree, bye, leave. If you do agree, continue watching. Okay, we're going to go over to earnings analysis right now. We're going to go right into Adobe. We're going to take you right here. I was a little bearish on this. I was actually bearish on Adobe, bearish on Fedex, and bullish on CHWY. I don't have any positions in them right now, but I will be looking to trade them tomorrow, and I have a methodology that can bat 75% plus on all these names tomorrow. Do you want to see it in real time? Link in the description to be part of our free open house. But let's just go right into the earnings real quick. I just want to fly through it. I'm not here to waste your time. Let's go right into it right now. Okay, $2.05 a share. That's ahead of the $1.97 expected. Lovely, lovely, penguin clap. Okay, 2.83 billion beats the 2.82 billion. Lovely, beautiful, but we throw it out the window. It's out of here. We just want to know how you're going to look for next quarter. Your projections and Adobe, as we predicted, sucked. $2.25 for next quarter's projections. That falls short of the $2.30 expected. $2.97 billion for the next quarter in revenues expected. That falls short of the consensus of $3.03 billion. Adobe probably should be down, I would say, on a note like that, probably 9 to 10 points. I could see it currently down a little less than 8 points at the moment. Fine, whatever. Earnings were garbage. Definitely was treated fairly. Next on our radar was a stock I was bearish on, was Fedex, and this one is actually getting decimated to the downside, down approximately $17 at the moment. Let's just go right into it and see what this magical company reported. You know who doesn't show up at my door with Amazon packages anymore? Ta-da! Ta-da! FedEx, okay? $3.05 misses the 316 expected. Boo! 17.04 billion misses the 17.06 billion expected. Boo! But you know what? I'm a forgiving Melnick. I will forgive you. Just show me what you're going to do tomorrow. Show me what you're going to do next quarter. That's what I want to know. Okay. Full year XTNT Express integration of $11 to $13 a share versus the $14.70 expected. Boom. That's where you do the stereotypical wah 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 wah. Earnings are horrible. Projections are horrible. Guess what? Their forecast assumes no further weakening in economic growth. So they're talking about a rosy case scenario where they will inevitably suck. Awesome. Totally deserves the beating it's taken tonight. Totally deserves this gap down. And I have some awesome psychology for you, which is why I'm just flying through here. Let's take a look at everybody's favorite dog treats. CHWY's not my favorite dog treats. I use only the best of organic treats for my dog. My dog eats better than I. Let's take a look at CHWY right now. CHWY down $1. Loss at 21 cents a share versus the loss of 11 consensus. 1.15 billion is ahead of the 1.13 billion expected. But I want to see what you're going to do in the future. 1.19 to 1.21 billion versus the 1.17 expected. Awesome. Fiscal year 19 revenue 4.75 to 4.8 billion in total. Awesome. These earnings rock. My guess is earnings like this, the stock should be up 10%. Instead, the stock's down $1 right now. I thought the numbers were good. I think dogs and cats should pose a strike across America right now. They should go out with signs defending their beloved treat company. Now, let's get into the psychology aspect of it. We're in a choppy market. We did well today, and I will show you how. And I will show you an edge before I get into this psychology, because I just want to show you really quick what we could do here, which you cannot do anywhere else. Yes, I don't say that lightly. You cannot do this anywhere else on Wall Street. I'll repeat it. No other news service on Wall Street will beat us to this. Now, how important are these moves? What are you talking about? Beat us to what, Mr. Melnick? You sound so conceited and cocky, and I like the scammy, blammy, whammy, pump and dump strategy, and I like to learn 42 things about trading before I step forward. What if I could tell you? What if I told you, complete and utter imbecilic traders around you, complete and utter take it easy, relaxed, not doing stupid stuff traders around you are making more money than you in this room? What if I told you that? You'd be like, this. I don't like the way this Mark Melnick is talking right now. Okay. Well, I'm not here to be your friend. I'm here to help you make money. And I'm going to remove my face, which is a blessing in disguise. Right over here, I'm showing you a 1-minute chart of Pinterest today. I don't know if you know it, but right over here on this 1-minute candle, this is where Newsbeat members were buying. This is where Newsbeat members were buying Pinterest. Within 5 minutes, the stock shot up almost $1, about $1. About $1 plus move in 5 minutes. Trades like these make traders weeks, months, and in some cases, their year. This is the ultimate edge for traders who want to take advantage of momentous news ideas. Before every news service on Wall Street, Newsbeat Live members were privy to early Pinterest chatter. Before every news service, your Bloomberg, you want to spend 25 grand a month for a Bloomberg terminal? Guess what? You still won't get it earlier than us. You want to spend 15,000 for a deal reporter? You still won't get it than us. Anything else which you're paying less than $1,000 a month for, you're definitely not getting it before us. But you know what? That's an edge that we can offer you that is not offered anywhere else. Whether you like it or not, or whether you think it's stupid or not, or whether, you know what? This is the most skillless, talentless, nonsensical, easy trade that I've ever done. Who says trading has to be hard? What do you think when Warren Buffett comes out and he's like, hey guys, I just went ahead and bought, $5 billion worth of Apple shares, and then Apple shoots up 10 points and, oh my God, look, I'm up hundreds of millions of dollars. Do you think Warren Buffett has 1 ounce of talent or skill within that man's body in trading? Do you think when some of these funds come out and they say, we have a 10% stake in the company, and the company shoots up 20%, and they're up millions and millions and tens of millions of dollars, do you think there's 1 ounce of trading skill within any of their bodies? You think this is a talent contest? You think this is a beauty contest? Do you think that they're teaching you nonsensical lessons? Do you think they're teaching you ways to make trades look better? Do you think that the chart is the reason why these stocks are going up when Warren Buffett announces these things, or these big hedge funds announce these things? Do you really believe that still? Do you honestly believe that? We're going to get more of these. We're going to get more of these. What if you could have bought Pinterest with conviction higher conviction than any other trade you would do today, as portrayed in the room on a chatter idea before anyone on Wall Street. Nobody can replicate this. Nobody can replicate this. T3 Live has exclusive access to give you the Newsbeat Live service. And guess what? It's not offered anywhere else. We are number one. And nobody could say anything. You know why? Because they know it's true. Nobody can show me a timestamp faster than us. And why am I keep touting that? Because I am showing you the power of the inevitability of your success as a trader. And I'm pasting it right in front of your face. And if you made it past this point of the video, guess what? There's a lot more where that came from, ladies and gentlemen, and I'm looking forward to sharing it with you all. Now, might as well, Mark, you sat there, you're telling me about all this great chatter. I want to learn about how to not overtrade choppy markets. So, do you know any trader that overtrades? Do you know them intimately? Maybe they're sitting next to you within an office. Maybe you know them because they're a friend, they're in your group, whatever. Overtrading is the most common challenge of trading and source of loss for any trader within the market. And as one trader pointed out, you most likely will overtrade. You'll most likely overtrade when you tilt in the market, when you start doing stupid things. Here was the triple Qs today. Here were your triple Qs. The majority of the range the entire day was done in the first 15 minutes. And you were look at these tails, tail, 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 like telltale sign, a telltale sign that everything is going to be choppy today. So I want to know, I want to at least show you if you overtrade. This, I'm going to give you a test. If you answer yes to one of the next 7 things that I'm going to tell you, you are doing something wrong and you are overtrading, and I have a solution for you as well. Ladies and gentlemen, do any of the following situations in which I will share with you now sound familiar? 1. After a few wins, you become overconfident, you start taking trades immediately, feeling invincible, you forget all the rules, type in 11 if that's you. Type it in the comment section if you're watching on Facebook and YouTube. Admitting that there's a problem is the first step to recovery. And I'm going to show you how to recover. I'm going to give you real answers, not BS lessons that look very informative, that were dolled up by somebody else and presented by somebody else to look sharp and look pretty, to offer you something that is going to inevitably bring you zero value. All right, I'd rather show you this ugly face, and this ugly face will help you succeed. So the first one is after a few wins, you become overconfident, you start taking trades immediately, feeling invincible, and you forget all the rules. How many of you guys are suffering from that? Can I get an 11? Okay, now type in 22 for the next one if you suffer from this. You have a few losing trades, you are under pressure to make the money back, and you jump at any opportunity that shows the slightest possibility that this could be a winning trade. When that trade goes in your favor, you become more anxious. Jump at the next trade, and it goes against you. When that trade goes against you, you're even under more pressure, and the vicious cycle continues. Type in 22 if that's you. The good news is I'm not just pointing out your flaws. You're not like my ex-girlfriend over here. I'm actually going to give you a solution. It's very easy to point at a problem. Us gurus are very good at it. How about a solution? Don't worry, I'll give you a solution. Just hang tight. I have 5 more things to share with you. The next one, type in 33 if this is you. You overtrade winners and become excessively attached to losing positions, hoping for a comeback. You overtrade winners. Stock you won on, you'll overtrade them. But you become excessively attached to losing positions. You'll hold on too long, hoping for that magical comeback. Type in 33 if that's you. Mark Melnick, it's like you're talking to me. Good news is it's a common problem and it's solvable. Okay, here's another one. When you're in the red, or when you're down, your P&L is down, you're in the red, you get anxious and you want to make up all your losses at once. So you increase the size of your next trade and you take unwarranted risk. Type in 44 if that's you. Can I get a hallelujah? Type in 44 is that you, if that's you. Admitting the problem will make it easier for me to solve it. Robert is like, okay, Mark Melnick. Robert is going to text me. He's going to be like, Mark, why are you talking about me in chat? I know you're talking about me, dude. What's up? Are you watching me trade? There's 3 more. Okay. The next one. You are afraid of missing out and you jump at any trade. FOMO. And when it results in losses, you're even more eager to dive into the next trade. Can I get a 55 if that is you? And T3 doesn't allow you to type in 1 letter in chat, which is smart. That would be kind of annoying. You need a minimum of 2. So if you're wondering why I'm asking people to type in 55 instead of 5, there's a reason for that. You're like, why is he saying 55? All right, next one. Step 6. If you don't trade, you get impatient. Then you get impulsive and you enter into bad trades. You stay in the bad trades longer than you should, and you lose opportunities and lose focus, and it becomes a vicious cycle. Can I get a 66 if that's you? Okay. And I promise just one more, and then the healing process will begin. You're bored. Making money is not enough. The challenge is gone. Does that sound like a bunch of you consistent Newsbeat Live members? You throw away all of your rules and you trade for the sake of trading. The sense of uncertainty and excitement. You're bored. Making money is not enough. The challenge is gone. You throw away all your rules and trade for the sake of trading. The sense of uncertainty and excitement. Can I get a 77 if that's you? That is the problem we run into. This is a big problem we have in our room because a lot of traders are easily making the easy money and they're like, what the heck? You ever know, like, when you know what they say when you go out on a date with a girl or a guy, or at least this was told to me. I haven't been in the dating scene long. I've been married, divorced, and then remarried, thank God. But you know what? You know what never occurred to me? Like they say, when a guy is mysterious and he holds back and he doesn't say things, it's sexy. It's exciting. It's exciting. Lie to me. Make it exciting. And that's how people treat trading. If you said yes to any of the things that I said, there's good news. You're not alone. Those are the most common problems psychologically that traders face today. After over trading, your feelings come up are frustration, anger, stupidity. And the truth is, feelings are feelings. I don't want to get into it. Depression and suicidal thoughts, it gets darker. I'm not going to dive down there, but believe me, I understand. Take it from me, I understand. The truth is that feelings are feelings. What separates consistently profitable traders from others is how you react to those feelings. So, I used to be a swimmer. I used to be a lifeguard, believe it or not. Mark Melnick has a very interesting past. So before each trade, you have to clear your mind. Okay, what do you mean, Mark? Do I take the back of a pencil and start erasing my head? No, but I'm going to explain to you how to do it. So, as somebody who was a lifeguard, one of the things that I was taught on the lifeguard exam, you had to take an exam, was you can never panic in an intense situation. If somebody is drowning or somebody is caught, I wasn't a lifeguard on a beach. I was a lifeguard for an Olympic-sized swimming pool. And if you panic while you're diving down, you only have about 3 to 6 seconds of air to breathe if you're in a panic state. If you stay calm, you have about 45 to 60 seconds of air. So what does this lifeguard stuff have to do with trading? Well, especially when the markets are choppy, if you overtrade, you could lose all your capital. However, if you take a moment and think about your trades, you can have much better results. The way I prevent this for you is literally shutting up when I don't need to be talking and talking when I do need to be talking. When we're coming to you with trade ideas, they're very few. You notice, like, what's up with this room? There's only like one, two, three ideas. You see, there's a lot of there's hundreds going through the room in the channel. We do have a very diverse community of traders, and as I'll always tell you, the community is way more valuable than me as an individual. I will humbly admit I am the second most valuable thing in the Newsbeat live room. Number one is, all the trading counselors and the community as a whole. I help you do this by not putting you in an environment that is conducive for overtrading. I put you in an environment that is conducive for never overtrading. That is the best I could do. As people will tell you on Wall Street, I can't be the one tying you up to your chair and handcuffing you so you can't trade or turning off your computer. But believe me, I already have somebody who said they would dump $100,000 in an app to actually install a software on their computers to shut it off for them. Somebody already came to me, like very wealthy individual, member of the room, and asked me. I would invest $100,000 in an app to shut off a system. God knows how much money you would save me, he said to me. And then, of course, the compliance and the legalities of shutting off people's computers, we haven't gotten to that point yet. But I will put you God, I hate that, in an environment that is not conducive for overtrading. We have a trading strategy. We stick with it. Plans are roadmaps. You want to know basically where you're headed. Think about it. If you're having a surgery, wouldn't you want the surgeons to know why they're performing the surgery, where they should start perhaps, and what the expected outcome is? In order to stick with your plan, think about your plans and rules as giving your word. I'm trying to teach my 4-year-old that because he's smarter than me, and like he'll fib in here and there to get what he wants, like white lies, like you promised to stop playing and come eat your dinner after 5 minutes. He's like, yeah, I'll do it. Then 5 minutes comes, he's like, I want to play still. And I explained to him, because he's 4, that when you give your word, you can't break it. However, for us adults here, usually we associate giving our word as a verbal contract and we do not break it with others. However, it's kind of funny when you give your word, this rule, for whatever reason, does not apply to ourselves. So treat yourself as you would treat your best friend or somebody you love or somebody that you would never break a promise to, and keep your word to yourself. For example, I could tell you right now what I'm going to do with these stocks tomorrow. Like Adobe, for example, I know I'm going to do a one and done in Mark 5 strategy. You might be sitting there thinking to yourself, like, what do you mean one and done in Mark 5 strategy, Mark? I'm a little confused. Literally, I have a video. We did a video on how to trade. There's also a one and done video on the internet, a Mark 5 video on the internet. Just give me 1 second. Your screen will go black for 1 second. I'll show you what it is. I'm still here. You might not see me, but I'm still here. And just basically things like this. And you could just see, like, I'm going to do this strategy tomorrow, potentially, on Adobe and/or CHWY and/or Fedex and/or General Mills, which is reporting tomorrow morning. And/or I might do this strategy tomorrow on either Apple, FedEx, CHWY, or Adobe, or General Mills. I already know my plan for tomorrow. I might not do any of them depending on how the market sets up. The next thing I need you to do is look at each trade as an individual transaction. Write this down right now. Write this down right now if you suffer. Ask yourself this. If this was the first trade of the day, would I get into it? What would the initial size of this trade be? Write that down, put it on a little sticky thing, take your piece of bubble gum and stick it to your monitor and put a little note on it. That's not what I would do. I would use a triple M sticky note personally. Or write it down in a place that you're not going to lose it. Do not look at an individual trade ever to make up all your losses of the day. The next thing is follow a room that is based itself on consistency, in which you can see the traders around you getting real results on a consistent basis. Now, one day it was great, Next day it sucked. Next day it sucked. Next day it sucked. Next day it was good. Next day it sucked. Next day it sucked. Next day it sucked. Put yourself in a consistent environment. We created one for you. Create a routine that works for you. We're creatures of habit, ladies and gentlemen. As the great Aristotle has said, we are what we repeatedly do. Therefore, excellence is not an act, but a habit. Why do you think I tell you guys to cure your psychological toxicity that you just have to do winning trades over and over and over and over and over again regardless of the P&L? Because if you keep winning over and over and over and over, then being a winning trader is a habit, not an act. It's natural. It comes easy. Making money is easy for me. Making money is so easy for me, and it's easy for hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of people around us. Once you get over this hump, and I will get you, and I will fight tooth and nail if you're not there yet to get you over this hump, and I will continue to fight tooth and nail to get you over this hump. If you're not there yet, be with somebody who's going to fight tooth and nail to get you there. I will be a person who will fight tooth and nail to get you there. My actions will speak a lot louder than the words I'm telling you now. Another thing is why I don't suffer from FOMO is come from abundance. Imagine going to the ocean and taking water from the ocean. You can use a thimble, you can use a bucket, you could use a McDonald's Frappuccino. You could use whatever you want to scoop up that water. You could use a huge bathtub. You can do it once or you could do it as often as you want. It does not matter to the ocean. This market is up to you and what you think you deserve out of it. Don't worry if you miss anything. Don't worry if you're watching now. Don't worry if you miss our home run in Pinterest. Don't worry about it. There'll be more. The next thing I'm going to tell you is look for consistently right opportunities. There are a lot of people who like to say, this will increase the odds of this working. This will increase the odds working. Scam. SCAM. You either are following a methodology that works all the way through or you don't do it at all. You don't do a trade that says this is a 50% chance of working, but if this and this and this happens, it's 55%, so I'll try that. No, trading is about missing trades. Trading is not about all the trades you missed, it's about the ones you caught. Don't you understand that? Could you imagine in the wild a lion trying to kill 1,700 gazelle in a day and exhausting the lion out to the point of death? You take what you want. Be patient. I will show you what the right opportunities look like. And as the saying goes, there's a lot of fish in the sea. Trading is never about one day. It's okay to say a day and say, this is not my day, and I'll just move on to the next. Remember that trading is a process. It does take time and experience. Rome was not built in a day. But I will help you actually start the real process behind it. I will actually show you what true consistency looks like. Some people, it's going to take months and months and months. Somebody like me, as I always say, and it's true, it takes me a while to get it. I'm not the person who takes subtlety well, I guess. It's kind of weird. I don't take subtle hints well. I remember I was working for a job when I was 17 in college. Yeah, I skipped a year of school. I was 17 in college, and I was working at a law firm in Staten Island. And I was a computer fixer, runner, believe it or not. Like I would get files for the law firm. And I kid you not, I swear to you, I was inside the room and they were firing me. And I was inside the room sitting in a chair in the boss's office. And I remember she said something like, well, okay, yeah, I don't think I need you coming in tomorrow, and I don't think we're going to need you for next week as well. And she got her butt up off that chair and she walked out of the room, and I was sitting there. I didn't know what the hell happened. I'm like, all right, I didn't know. So then another worker came inside her office and told me that she just fired me. And I walked out. I didn't even know how to get fired correctly because I had no idea what was going on. I'm telling you, I was sitting in her office for like 30 minutes not knowing what the heck is going on. She probably still saw me sitting there, didn't know what to do, and asked a worker to come in and tell me that I was fired. Can you believe that? I don't take things don't really sink in unless it's really spelled out for me. I know, she should have been more explicit, right? Like that's what I thought. Anyway, it takes me a while to learn things really well. Some traders they learn it in clicks right away, but please remember it's a process. The last thing I talked about, which I've talked about in the room before, is reward yourself. I know that sounds obvious, and I know it might sound even, and in some instances, counterintuitive, perhaps, but a lot of us wait to celebrate and reward ourselves until we do something perfectly. We think that if we start celebrating the intermediate steps in which we are doing, we'll become complacent. The truth is, to create a new habit, our brain needs to feel the sense of reward. I mean, here, one second. Like, I know it sounds stupid. I collect like Magic the Gathering cards. I've been playing the game since I was 14. It's the first, collectible card game ever out there. And like I reward myself. I buy like silly stuff like this card over here is probably worth like $10 and like this card over here is worth like $15. And I literally buy myself silly things like this because they make me happy. You need to reward yourself. It doesn't have to be the new Chanel bag. It doesn't need to be have to be something that's massively expensive. But unless you do it, I do that to help my trading. And the truth is, to create this new habit, you need encouragement. Imagine a baby, for example. I'll give you an example. I'll prove it. It's scientifically proven, but I'll give you an example. Imagine a baby who's just starting to walk. He or she takes his or first steps and then falls down. What do the parents do at that point? Do they yell and punish the child? Maybe if you were that analyst before from earlier this morning, maybe you would yell and punish a child. Or do they encourage and celebrate his or her action? What do you think they do? If you said the latter, you are correct. Usually, encouragement works much better than punishment. The idea of celebration is to encourage ourselves. So, yes, start dancing in the end zone early. If you did something smart today, win or lose, reward yourselves immediately. It's going to help you trade in the future. How about algorithmic levels? Real forms of algorithmic analysis, not nonsense, BS, 152 lessons of garbage, short of guaranteed to help you blow up your account. What if you wanted, like, I don't know, people who give you real things that you can actually see working in front of your face? Like, for example, I don't know, I'll use today as an example. Today, as an example, there was one tweet that came out as an alert from our algorithmic levels. And that alert came out right over here at 2:09 p.m. that Facebook, like a small little pump and dump company, like one of those, like we're buying that little small cap company like Facebook, like every algo in the world is watching Facebook. 185.59 algorithmic support. This is from the levels which we gave you last night. We're going to give you tomorrow's levels right now. What if you got that tweet at 2:09 p.m.? Well, let's take a look at Facebook. And let's look at a 1-minute chart because I want to see what happened at 2:09 p.m. And wow, let's take a look. Right over here. Oh, that's a 1-minute chart. Right over here is 2:09 p.m. Right over here. As it's going down. In the middle of it, oh, my face is blocking. Sorry. Right over here is a 1-minute chart of Facebook at 2:09 p.m. Right over here. It's my face is blocking it again. There we go. Here, you can see the timestamp. Facebook bottomed out today at $185.54, went straight up after that, and never looked back. What if that was the only one tweet that you got today in terms of algorithmic levels from the room? You know how many people email me and say, Mark, that Facebook made my whole day? And I'm sitting here like, I didn't even trade Facebook today. I was busy crushing other things. We called the dead bottom of Facebook. What do I mean by dead bottom? Well, not to be a complete and utter, stickler about it, but 185.59 was the level. You know, the the level that we gave you yesterday when we're sharing algorithmic levels with you, the levels I'm going to give you tomorrow. You know how we give tomorrow's levels today? This little tweet that went out yesterday, which has the Facebook algorithmic support here at 185.59, and we alert every single user in the Newsbeat live room through our free Twitter service, which is available exclusively for members. I have more people trying to add me as a friend on Twitter than actual Twitter followers because so many people are trying to get in. I tell them all the time it's only exclusive to room members. But what if you wanted tomorrow's levels? Because you're not really convinced that what we're doing actually works. You like, the whammy scammy numbers. Okay. Okay. Let me show you how I analyze the Q, Spiders, IWM, the Fang names, gold oil, and S&P 500. Here are tomorrow's levels. Today you might see September 18, 2019. Algorithmic levels that robots follow and respect. Hence why they're algo levels. Because the algorithms follow it. Enough where we could call Facebook within a nickel today. These are tomorrow's levels today. They don't always hit, but when they do, I, Mark Melnick, tend to have an easy time buying through support and shorting through resistance. So, with that being said, we have 3 more days of the open house. Maybe you want to see how we trade Adobe, FedEx, CHWY tomorrow. Maybe we get another home run. Maybe we get some breaking news. And there was another breaking news play on Acadia today, which was hilarious, which we also disclosed before the entire Wall Street. But I don't even have time to get into that. Right now, I'm going to spend time asking members and open house members any problems or questions that they have in the market, maybe any technical analysis that I can help them with. And with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, if you are interested, there is a link within the description. Happy trading, make money. I will see you guys tomorrow on the Newsbeat Live trading broadcast. Have a wonderful evening. Thumbs up this video.